Boom, we are live, or I should say, I am live. So, we're going to be talking about Four-Gate Whiskey Batch 10. Now, I just have a sample. You saw a picture on the cover there that shows the full bottle. This is Batch 10. This is rye, and this is going back to that Split Stave trademark by Kelvin, which they did with their bourbon in Batch 4. So I still have a little bit of Batch 4 here. So they went back to that Split Stave with the rye. Now, I have not opened this yet. You can see that sealed. They've sent one for Scott as well. And before I go forward any further, we're starting to get viewers coming in. I'll catch you up on where Scott, my co-host, is at. He got COVID about 10 days before I did. Totally separate. I didn't get it from him. Got it from a son. But his taster and smeller have not come back fully. Many of you know this. He told me when I talked to him on the phone yesterday that he feels like he's 30 to 40%, but he feels like it's coming back. Feels like it's coming back. Mine was gone 10 days and back. He is approaching, I think, 2 months, 8 weeks. So about the worst, well, not the worst thing. A crazy caveat of COVID-19 is that if you're some kind of professional or semi-dummy professional, taster, smeller of all things whiskey, it can jack with you. So we've been in a funky hiatus. So that's where Scott is. We've actually got some bottles that we've had sent to us that are kind of backing up. We got a bunch of stuff from Iron Root. We'll get to that. Can't wait to get in there. Thank you, Licorice Brothers. You know it's got to be good. From Texas. We've got some other things from Paul John. And we still got to get back to Waterford on some of the little samples that we had right as, boom, COVID hit us independently. So we'll be getting into that. Let me get the comments on in case you're commenting. I will try to watch that and come in. My white balance seems a little off. Let me know if I'm I was encroaching. Even with Scott not here, I was encroaching. Got my little hat on. Boom. That's the Warrior Spartan dummy. So we are going to focus on this Four-Gate. Let's get this poured now. I will end up cross-tasting. Of course, this is a bourbon. This is a rye. But the idea of a split stave is that you can toast it and get even more, maybe, we'll have to see, of those caramelized sweet flavors that are in there. So let's give this one a little shot and we'll see. Programming note, I'm going to film, it won't be live, but I'm going to film some more blind quick hitters. I'll get those out. And remind me, if you come up in the comments, to go over a little bit more on the Christmas cards, which I just sent out yesterday. So that means some people will probably start receiving them tomorrow. We'll come back to that. Let's go to the nosing and tasting, and then I will come back to the cards. Good rye. So I got a little bit of that dillish rye in there. Some sweet, beautiful, like sweet. Oh, it's almost like just sweet sugar water with those little rye dill notes. The dill's not huge, just kind of sitting there. And caramel corn. And a little bit of that Christmas spice kind of thing you'll get from a rye. Now, as Scott and I transitioned out of Scotch primarily, I really fell in love with rye before I fell in love with bourbon. Then the ryes kind of slid off to the side. They're peppery, they're punchy, they're in your face, they're strong. And I kind of started going bourbon, and then I got into the American single malts and fell in love with those. And I just love everything new that's coming out on that genre. So it's nice to pop back to a rye. And when I'm in a saucy mood, I go for the rye, baby. Hey, Schmidtkins is in. Unusual topic. Uh-oh. Did I come in? I sure did. Look at this. Thank you, Greg. Ha ha. Well, color me embarrassed. I'm going to have to end up deleting this one out. Goodness. Yeah, this is supposed to be on the whiskey show. That's the problem with having too many channels. Thank you, Greg. I was even going to give myself an extra 10 minutes on setup, and I thought I can get this done. And then I clicked on the very first thing and pop, put my little dummy stuff up and did not look at my upper right corner, which shows I'm on the Bonding with Board Games channel. Subcommandante, thank you. Again, Greg, phenomenal. You know what, though? For you guys, I'm going to taste this. You're getting a sneak before the whiskey people do. COVID. I'm shedding antibodies now. I actually feel more invigorated than before. Wow. All right. Well, cheers. Let me shut this down and do a redo. Super basic news is on. Your bar is illegal. The authorities will be notified. You should see all the board games over there. Super basic news. All right. Color me chagrined. I'm going to shut this down. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, Schmidtkins. Boom. Goodness. I would have kept going. That would have been a full show. All right. Let's just end the embarrassment. Adios, board gamers.